Seattle U. Maybe pick up a few students that are walking out of there. From there, we're going to go down and join the occupation and converge with other schools and have a speak out, a program, slam poetry. And then at 4 p.m. there will be a general assembly where you all can participate in making decisions and being a part of the process of occupying Seattle. So, who wants to speak out? Let's get a few people up here.
I'll do that.
Hello. I'm a proud Unity College alumni. Really briefly, to start with, can we all get a Community College Powers Activate?
What's that?
It's sort of like Wonder Twin Powers Activate, but the only thing that we turn into is people with associate's degrees. Now, when I was in high school, all of our counselors, all of our teachers, all of our counselors, all of our teachers said, don't go to community college. You'll be screwed if you go to community college. They said, you won't be able to get the networking down to meet the right people that you need to succeed. Whenever they say networking, I think we all understood what they meant was aristocracy. We wouldn't have the chance to meet the rich people that we needed to meet in order to become wealthy. We wouldn't have the chance to pay a lot of money to, make a lot of money. And I had friends who believed them, who went to Humboldt State University, who went to UC Santa Cruz, and who, after their first 2 years, were $20,000, $30,000 in debt. And then they dropped out, and they didn't have a degree, they just had a lot of debt. And I think that's one reason why everybody's out here today. I think that's one reason why these school walkouts are important. The centrality of student loan debt to the future of this country, to the future of kind of our own situation, how so many people are graduating from college, not having work. They have a bachelor's, they even have master's degrees, they have no work, they move back in with their parents, and they have $100,000, $50,000 in debt. Yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. Does anybody else want to speak?
Come on, Mr. Brother, this is your chance. This is your chance to talk about why it is that you're here, why it is that this whole world, this whole system needs to be changed. So come on up.
Alright, I'm here to help put an end to the capitalist death machine. Remember Troy Davis? Remember all of us have been lynched, killed, exploited in the name of capitalism? We've got to put a change to it. That's it.
I want to see a show of hands out here for how many students that are unemployed and have health insurance. Exactly. That's a problem. We need to change that.
Right?
I want to know that when I get out of college, I'm going to have a job, good job on the other end that's going to pay for my debts. I want to know that me and my children, when I get old, I'm going to be taken care of, and I'm going to be able to have Social Security. When I put in, I'm going to be able to have it on the other side. I want to know that my children are going to have it better than I have it now. And I want to know that the rich are going to be paying their fair share like I pay my fair share.
Oh,
That's all I have to say about that.
I am the 99%. I am an anarchist and I want some goddamn change for now. Finally and forever.
Anybody else want to come up here? Okay, well, I'll do some more.
Yeah, take your bike up there. It's all right. Show it.
Okay, so I just want to say that I've been going from school to Occupy Seattle to work since Friday,
And for the past couple nights, we've been being told that we were going to be arrested, and it still hasn't happened. So I just want to say power to the peaceful, and thank you all so much for being here because it means a lot. This affects you, and you have the power to make change, and you need to spread the word and tell everybody that. Because we need everyone.
I just want to agree with that, you know? I think this right here, this is how we make change, you know? By organizing, by becoming organized within our communities, within our colleges, within our, you know, universities, whatever, you know? By linking up with occupations. Occupations themselves show that the kind of democracy that we're used to, you know, where we get our, you know, maybe like write an X or something on a piece of paper every 4 years, is not how extensive democracy can be. We're going to go down to Westlake in a little while. And when we go down there, you know, there's going to be a General Assembly in a few hours, and that is what democracy looks like right there. You know, people assembling, people, you know, linking up, and actually discussing over issues that matter to them, right? They get to decide the future of the movement. They do. Not some, you know, not Democrats, not some parties, you know, right? They are, you know? And I think that is a humongous victory. The fact that they are actually showing an alternative way of how you can actually relate to our communities and to each other right there. I think it allows that to start.
Now, everybody, I want to talk about some issues that matter to us students. Who here is happy that our tuition just got raised 14% from last year? Who here is happy that that child care center right there that's been there since the 70s is about to close next quarter? Who here is happy that our affordable Metro cards from King County just got taken away? Yeah, these issues are bad issues for us students, and it hurts all of us. It hurts our wallets more than anything. And right now, down in Olympia, they're talking about even deeper cuts. Even though they did a bunch of budget cuts, laid a bunch of people off here, they're talking about another round of 5 to 10% cuts that are going to happen soon. So we need to go down there and let them know that enough is enough, and that we're tired of them taking money out of our pockets so the rich can get richer and we can suffer more.
I love about this Occupy thing is, like, we've needed change for a long time. Can you hear me now? Okay. One thing I love about this Occupy Wall Street and Occupy Seattle and all these different occupations across the country is that people are finally taking direct action for themselves. Like, protesting is well and good, and we should continue to do that. But it's the 1% in power who the system serves, and they're not going to act in our interests. So just appealing to them all the time isn't really going to get us anywhere. So it's really great that you guys are all out here networking with each other and organizing and starting to take matters into our own hands, because that's how things are going to change. We need to be the change.
Addressing those errors and doing better again, they really matter because people are thinking seriously about a different world and how to make revolution. So this is one of the quotes from the book. No more generations of our youth, here and all over the world, whose life is over, whose fate has been sealed, who have been condemned to an early death or a life of misery and brutality, whom the system has destined for oppression and oblivion even before they are born. I say, no more of that.
Alright, I can do a little training with you guys. Down at the General Assembly, how we do things is I say, mic check! That's right. One more time. Mic check! Mic check! And then we speak in short sentences. It's called the people's mic. Because we don't use any amplification system, we just use each other. It's symbolic. Because Mayor McGinnis, he sends his cops after us night after night, as he keeps us up until 5 in the morning, harassing us and keeping us from sleeping, trying to get us to give up. What we have is the 99%. What we have is we have the people. What we have is we have these occupations. We're relying on the strength that we have, even when it comes to how we communicate, how we make our decisions. It's embryonic and symbolic of the possibility of a whole other way of organizing society. So when I say mic check, I would like to say that it is beautiful that the hundreds of students that are here are walking out saying that the world as it is intolerable. They won't take it anymore. And we are going to march and move together to occupy and build new movement and inspire our generation to change everything. Because the 1% has been in power far too long. One more thing. I'd like to warn people. The police, as of today, made the occupation move their food tent. They've also said no tables are allowed. Where we've been having the occupation. This is not good. But again, our strength is each other, the people out there, the people in there. We're going to call on to join us. Any of you who can camp out tonight, we need you. You do not risk arrest by doing so. If the police tell you to move, and you refuse, that is when you risk arrest. So we need all of you. Stay as long as you can. Text your friends. Post on Facebook. The occupations need you. Mayor McGinn is clever. He's trying to split us. He's trying to get us to get up the occupation. Trying to seem reasonable. Telling us we should go to City Hall. And that he supports us. While he arrests us. And tells us we can't have tents. Now tells us we can't have tables. Or food. What kind of support is that?
Mic check. This is great. What's going on now represents the aspirations of almost 300 million people. But the 1% doesn't like it. And they want to stop this. And they're going to try to stop it. And they have two ways to stop it. One way is the cops. Who arrest us. The other is the politicians. And their flunkies. Who are going to come around. And tell us. To be realistic. And do the smart thing. And pressure the right people. To do the right thing. They will be there. With us. At Westlake Plaza. And when they tell us. To tell the politicians. To do the right thing. We can tell them. To tell the clouds. To stop the rain. So I just got off the phone. With an activist. From UW. got 250 people out there.
We've had this. Come closer. Mic check.
Mic check.
We've had this massive economic crisis.
We've had this massive economic crisis
That was created by the 1%.
that was created by the 1%.
By the banksters and the hedge fund owners.
By the banksters and the hedge fund owners.
Those who own all the wealth and resources of the world.
Those who own all the wealth and resources of the world.
They created this crisis.
They created this crisis.
And now they're telling us.
Now they're telling us
It's time for shared sacrifice.
it's time for shared sacrifice.
Where we're telling them.
We're telling them,
Where is the sharing?
where is the sharing?
It seems that all the sacrifices on us.
It seems that all the sacrifices on us
And all the gains and profits of the system.
and all the gains and the profits of the system
Go to that 1%.
are going to 1%.
That 1%.
That 1%
Are those people.
are those people
Who get all their resources.
and all their resources
By just having a lot of resources.
by just having a lot of resources.
And the rest of us.
And the rest of us,
The 99%.
the 99%,
We work hard to make a basic living.
we work hard to make a basic living.
And now they're telling us.
Now they're telling us
You can't have jobs.
you can't have jobs,
You can't have health care.
you can't have health care,
You can't have basic education.
you can't have basic education,
You can't have nothing.
you can't have nothing.
But we have to go out there and tell them that's not okay.
We have to go out there and tell them that's not okay.
We have to tell them that the power resides in the hands of millions of people in the world.
We have to tell them that power resides in the hands of millions of people in the world.
And we have to tell them that we're going to show
And we have to tell them that we're going to show
an alternate way
An alternate way
of organizing society
of organizing society
and organizing our own lives.
and organizing our own lives.
Let us realize the power
Let us realize the power
that lies within us.
that lies within us.
And let's show them
And let's show them
that we can create
that we can create
a sustainable economy
a sustainable economy
that is democratically run
that is democratically run
by the 99%.
by the 99%.
Show me what democracy looks like.
Show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Show me what democracy looks like.
Show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Who is yeah, there are so many issues we all care about so much. I mean, but to me that doesn't really matter. What matters is we all are down enough, we the 99%, to protest against the 1%. Yeah.
I got pictures on Facebook.
Mic check!
Mic check!
My name is Andrew.
My name is Andrew.
It's great to see you all out here today.
Great to see you all out here today.
This is happening
This is happening
in hundreds of cities,
in hundreds of cities,
all around the country,
all around the country,
and all around the world.
and all around the world.
Anybody see the helicopter that was just up here? This is news.
This is news.
Every day.
Every day.
Protests here in this very place.
Protests here in this very place.
With 3 times this number of people.
3 times this number of people.
Haven't had a helicopter like that.
Haven't had a helicopter like that.
Since the WTO.
WTO.
This is our time.
This is our
talking about us. I had somebody tell me yesterday. From Europe. That they never would have thought. This would happen. In the belly of the beast. This is our time. This is our revolution. This is what democracy looks like. In Boston. Over 100 people were arrested 2 days ago. By hundreds of police officers. In full riot gear. Do you know who they arrested first? The Iraq War veterans. Carrying their flags. Carrying the American flag. They arrested the legal observers. They arrested the medics. And they arrested people like you and me. Who only want a better world. The same thing happened in San Francisco. And the same thing happened a few days ago in downtown Seattle. Join this movement with us. This is what democracy is. Thank you.
Hello, sisters and brothers. I am an elder. Very uncertain. I don't know if I have a job next quarter.
But that, I mean, that's not...
In Seattle for the WTO. The battle in Seattle. I'm so proud of Seattle. Standing with our brothers and sisters around the world. It's time for us to do the same thing now. We're part of the 99%. In fact, in the world, we're part of the 99.9%. Because we are part of the people. Who are the dispossessed of the world. Let's take possession. This is our world. Not their world. We have the power. Let's use the power. This is what democracy looks like. Let's be with our sisters and brothers. Down at Westlake. And all over the world. In New York on Wall Street. In San Francisco. LA. In Michigan. In Ohio. In all parts of the United States. Occupy the United States. This is what democracy looks like. Thank you for being here.
Mic check?
Who likes low tuition?
Who likes low tuition?
I like low tuition.
Do
they care about your tuition?
No.
They care about their tax cuts.
What's
the first to go when the budget gets cut? Education. That means higher tuition. And I care about that. That's why I'm marching today. be clear.
But when man begins, tries to split our movement, arrest us, uses psychological warfare, uses constant threat of arrest, while speaking to the media, as though he supports us, he's exposing himself, as representing Wall Street, the 1%, the cops, and all those that stand against this movement. Along with the Democratic Party, the Republican Party, who are both trying to co-opt this movement as a voting tactic. That's the whole reason why we need these occupations in the first place. Because people are not represented. They have no power in the halls of power. This is our power. One more point. The Occupy Seattle Club. We started last week. Here on campus. We'll be holding an event in a couple weeks. On students' perspectives. On the occupations. Of people's movement. We would like to encourage all of you. To come. We want to hear from the crowd. There. Compare and contrast analysis. Of where these occupations are coming from. Where they're going. And where we want them to go. There's not enough of that discussion going on. We want to contribute to it. And we want to involve you. So keep your eyes out. The space, date, and time isn't figured out yet. So sorry I don't have that info for you yet. All right, it's a little bit of a downer to end up, but let's get marching. All right. Let's actually get this thing working, yeah? All right, so let's start this off right. The chant that they're doing everywhere. We are the 99%. 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 We are
go ahead.
the 99%. So you. Okay. The 99%. Let's work on something special. We're going to walk into the hall. We are the 99%. Walk out together. 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 We are the
Walk out together. We are the 99%. Walk out together. We are the 99%. Walk out together. Everybody.
Yeah, so you have class at what? 1:30? 1:30.